We did it! Barely. We're just now leaving the hotel slash condo slash Westgate. The checkout time was 10, and our checkout time said 9:57, so we pushed it pretty close. But we got out, which is nice. We were kind of going like crazy, trying to rush. I told you guys earlier in the week they charged us $40 for internet. Well, when we were trying to get internet set up, they had a phone number that they advertised or whatever that was like for tech support if you couldn't get the internet working. And originally I'd called that number, and our phones were not, they didn't have very good reception inside the room, so I called that number on their
room phone.
It was their tech support, for Christ's sakes. I don't know why, but they charged us for that phone call. I mean, it was only 85 cents. I didn't even talk to anybody, by the way. I held. That was when I held forever. Ridiculous. Anyway, 85 cents aside, we are now getting out of here on our way to Jacksonville to see Dan again. So it should be about 2, maybe 3 hours at most to get there, and then we'll hang out, maybe get some lunch.
So before we left, we had like half the bacon, and Steven cooked it up, and I wrapped it in this paper towel this way, so it's like a bacon cup holder.
It's a marvel of engineering. It's fantastic. Bacon on the go. Slight change of plans. We've actually been on the road for quite a while, but we got in a lot of traffic, and we were not able to get up to Jacksonville in time to meet Dan for lunch. He's actually with his family, and he has family in town, and they were like, hey, we're actually going to go eat, and I'm like, yeah, it's fair, because it's 1 o'clock. Also, one of the reasons we were late, but only about like an extra 10 minutes, is that we saw a mom-and-pop video game store on the way. Do you know where we were, Mal?
Daytona Beach-ish?
Ish. I thought it was called Osmond Beach.
Maybe.
I don't know. Mom and Pop video game shop, awesome. Huge place, has everything in there. They had a copy of Earthbound. They wanted $99 for it. They had some other games that I was interested in, but ultimately didn't get. They had Secret of Mana for $40, Ogre Battle for like $80, which was kind of high. And they had other games. I was like, man, I don't want that. But I didn't really want to spend a bajillion dollars. Anyway, they had copies of Final Fantasy 9, which, I don't know, grab the bag, I don't even know what I got.
Is that what you paid for it?
Yeah. Ultimately, I paid like $32 for all of them. And I checked them all of them are in good condition, have all the original stuff. And the games look good, and they're all the black label, none of them the greatest hits, which is cool. So I got all the games for about $30 or so. And I was excited. They also had some copies of Final Fantasy 8 in there, and I was looking at them, but some of the cases were not in good shape, and I was like, so I just decided to skip it, and I'll get it some other time. Because I actually don't have Final Fantasy 8. I have Final Fantasy 7, and now I have 9, and I have Chronicles, which contains, what, 4 or 6 or something? Whatever. Anyway, so now I have more Final Fantasy games. I'm not a big Final Fantasy player. I've played a few. I've played 1, 2, 3. I've played some of the Game Boy ones. And I've played 7 and 10. And that's it. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of comments being like, why haven't you played 6? Why haven't you played 8? Why haven't you played 5, 4, whatever? I don't know. I was never really super into them. I've never actually even finished 7 or 10. Actually, the story behind 10 is really sad. In 10, you fight Sin. Is that a spoiler? Probably not. You know that from like the beginning of the game anyway. But before you get there, you have a chance to like explore the world, or you can go and fight Sin immediately. So you play like 20 hours or something, then you can go fight him, or you can go explore, which you explore, because you get your experience up, and you get powerful, and you get better items and stuff. Anyway, whenever I played it, I was so excited to fight Sin that I went and fought Sin and saved my game and could no longer access the rest of the world, which really sucked. It was stupid of me, but whatever. So I went and fought Sin and I lost. And then I was stuck because I couldn't go back because I had saved the game there. One day I'm going to beat Final Fantasy X, although a lot of people tell me just to skip it because they don't like it anyway. Anyway.
Perkins next exit.
Did you want to go to Perkins?
Yes.
You want to go to Perkins?
Yes.
Okay, apparently we're going to go Perkins. That was the other thing I was going to say, is that we're going to go eat, because we're not eating with Dan, so apparently we're going to go to Perkins. We were going to go to Steak and Shake, which is where this is pointing us, but the exit, there was a sign for Perkins, so Mal wants to eat Perkins.
We don't ever get to go to Perkins.
Let's go to Perkins. I normally don't get coffee, but I've been having a rough morning. I didn't get all that much sleep, so coffee time for me. Mallory loves the French toast here. How is it? You look happy. Like, that is the face of contentment right there.
It's really good.
And the other day I'd been talking a little bit about getting steak and eggs, so I decided to get steak and eggs. Steaks and eggs and hash browns, and it also comes with pancakes. It's a lot of food, but I think I can handle it. Anyway, we're going to eat this and get on the road to Savannah. How many hours are we from Savannah, Mal? Do you know?
3.
3.
3.5. 4.
We can do this. Just got into Georgia, just 100 miles left, and we will be in Savannah. And I have to pee. I love you, McDonald's. For the record, I made it 56 miles. I really shouldn't have held it that long, but they kept waiting for a rest area. And at one point there was a rest area on the other side of the road, which is really weird because usually it's on both sides of the road at once. And I was like, oh, there's the rest area. Certainly it will be on my side of the road very shortly. I just kept driving. And then finally I looked up and was like, I've driven 56 miles since I last made that update. I'm going to stop. And then I saw a giant McDonald's beacon, like a steeple of a church. And I was like, that is where I will urinate. Back on the road. After listening to much more Sonic music than any human being should probably do, we have arrived in Savannah and at the hotel. Good. Excellent. Good. Good. Mal wanted Melon Mushroom, so we're doing Melon Mushroom. And I got a spot really close, so I'm really pumped about it. It's been forever since I've been down here, and it feels really weird driving these roads without having to go to class. But it's nice, because I am so done with college. We normally get the ones that they have available to you, but this time we made our own. This is meatball and portobello mushroom, and Mal has the same thing except green peppers on it as well. I don't know why I came up with this combination. What do you think? It's probably just really, really hot. Yeah, I don't know. Meatballs and mushrooms sound good to me, so I decided to go for it. The pizza was good. Mallory didn't care much for the meatball on it. It was good.
I never really care for meat on pizza and stuff.
Meatball is pretty good on pizza. It's not something you can normally get, or it's not something that comes on the ready done, like the already pre-made, not pre-made pizzas, the specialty pizzas that they offer you at restaurants. A lot of them don't do that, but meatball's good. I think it was just nice to change it up because it's not something I normally do. This is actually a different room than we were in when we checked in. When we checked into the room smelled odd. It smelled funny. We were like, this room smells funny. But then we went and ate, and we came back and we're like, this room still smells funny. So we went up to the front desk and was like, our room smells funny. And the cleaning lady was standing right there, and she's like, oh, that's because we spray this thing in it. And I'm like, okay. And no, not at all. And we got into this room, which is on the 3rd floor on the other side of the building, and now everything's fine, so it's a little odd.
And this is a smoking room too.
This is a smoking room?
There's not a no smoking sign on the door.
My God, the other room was a non-smoking room, and it
smelled like
yeah, it smelled like smoke, and then this one is a smoking room. It smells fine. Huh. Anyway, that's actually going to be it for today, so I hope you guys enjoyed today. We will be back tomorrow for lunch with Taylor, which is exciting. And then after that, probably just heading back to Columbia. And it's only a 3-hour drive, so you're excited. It's been fun. We've had a good honeymoon.
I'm excited for my own bed and my own bathroom and my computer chair and our fast internet and our not sucky TV.
I already ran a speed test on the internet here, and it's roughly 5 times faster than what we had there, so yeah. Anyway, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?